Great. Okay. Hello, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us. Just a quick note to say that we are recording the session, and a big thanks to those of you who have joined us so far today. My name is Stuart Keane from FinTech Australia. I'm our head of community, and I'm also a global engagement manager at the Australian Trade and Investment Commission. Before we get into it, and I'm very excited for the panelists to speak about their business today, but I'll acknowledge the traditional owners of the land in which we stand and pay my respect to the elders past, present, and emerging. So today from FinTech Australia, we're very excited to be working with the Korea Fintech Industry Association and our members. And just a couple of weeks ago in Singapore, we signed a memorandum of understanding, which was a great way to kick off the relationship. What we're going to do today, we're going to hear a little bit about FinTech Australia, then we'll hear about Korea Fintech Industry Association, and we'll hear from our great financial technology businesses that are members of the industry associations and their solutions. So firstly, I'd like to present my screen. I'll run through a little bit about FinTech Australia, and then we will go from there. Is that okay?
Yes.
Great. So FinTech Australia. Who is FinTech Australia? We are the peak industry body operating in Australia. We have over 420 members. They are financial technology companies that we support within the domestic FinTech market. They span across a number of subsectors across payments, lending, wealth, open banking, risk and compliance, insurtech, wealth tech, and other. And we help them on a number of fronts, including policy and regulatory matters. We support through organising events, international expansion activities, and also opportunities such as a podcast or newsletter. We have some great resources to help you understand more about the Australian FinTech ecosystem, and I can share these in more detail. The top left is our ecosystem map, where we have over 340 companies displayed. The top right, we have one that's really, really useful for international fintechs looking at coming into Australia, and it's the Australian FinTech Regulatory Map. This is a resource to help companies that are headquartered overseas understand what payments licenses, financial services licenses or other they might require when entering a market like Australia for their business. This slide shows the three major events that FinTech Australia hosts each year. Our big annual conference, around 1,200 people, is called Intersect, and it will take place in September in Melbourne. And we welcome any Korean businesses to come to Melbourne to join us for the Intersect conference. We also host CDR Month. CDR is Australia's consumer data rights, so our open banking framework. And then third, we host the Finnies, which is a big awards night to recognise success in the Australian FinTech ecosystem. Some of our policy priorities around the payments reform, around issues that companies might be facing, such as debanking or access to capital and talent, and also the consumer data right, which I mentioned earlier. Here's a really awesome resource that we've built around the open banking ecosystem in Australia. I know this is a topic of discussion with the regulators in Korea as well. And so we'd love to be able to connect on this point as well as a number of others. Here's a quick happy snap or a photo of our engagement with KOSI last week. So the small business organisation visited Melbourne and met with our head of policy, Nick Kavass, and myself to speak about the pressing issues in the FinTech regulatory ecosystem in Australia. And then another one here with our fellow partners from Korea Fintech Industry Association at the Singapore FinTech Festival when we signed the Memorandum of Understanding. So I think this was a great way to kick off our friendship, our relationship, and continue connecting businesses. That's a bit about FinTech Australia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman Stuart Keane. Probably I think I did say, but I think I forgot, that my voice was mute. Sorry about that. Because I'm here. Probably I think you see the name, but different the name of me. Probably that the lady sitting beside me.
Yes, Henry.
Adam, yeah. Some technical problems, that I'm changed, as the Arum, the person I'm working in embassy in Korea, Australia. So I briefly, talk about, I introduce about Korea Fintech industry and what we are doing, KorFin, Korea Fintech Association. Uh, you see that 일단 볼수 있나?
Yes, so now we'll hear from KorFin, Korea Fintech Industry Association. Just if you'd like to present your slides as well, that would be great.
Can you see? Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I, First of all, I'd like to introduce briefly about Korea Fintech. Korea Fintech industry has started about 10 years ago and has been boosted up by Korean government last 8 years, and now we have more than 600 fintech companies in Korea, and set up we are open banking system, a data exchange, and my data platform as infrastructures for fintech industry in Korea. Now let me explain about the KorFin, the leading fintech organization in Korea. KorFin is a corporation approved by FSCK, Financial Service Commission Korea, and was founded in April 2016, probably I think 8 years ago, 7 years ago, and whose members are now 460 companies, nearly I think 80% of total fintech companies in Korea. So I think the representative in the fintech association. As you can see in this page, our next page, our members have the very diversified business models in nearly every area in financial market. KorFin has a traditional 11 divisions, for example, payment, asset management, overseas remittance, blockchain, financial investment, cyber security, P2P crowdfunding, insurtech. This reflect, and help their business models. And also recently, we set up new divisions such as cultural finance and RegTech, technology. And this page shows our role to help government fintech policy and regulatory environment that supports the growth of fintech industry in Korea. For this role, we are in close communication with the FSCK and FSS. FSCK, Financial Service Commission Korea, FSS, Financial Supervisory Commission, Service, and sometimes also with the National Assembly on fintech-related policies and regulations. We actively identify and check policy and regulation-related difficulties our members have in this industry and make a proposal to the government. Another important role of KorFin is to actively support network opportunities and communication for synergy among its 460 members company. Um, for this, we actively use, as I also mentioned, the 11 standing divisions to discuss with each other and to have forum. Well, sometimes we have the breakfast forum and town hall meetings, etc. Also, we are working to help small and medium-sized startup member companies that are in their early stage to scaling up their business model. Also, we support the fintech startup with innovative technologies and ideas by matching them with traditional financial institution in their business model, or helping them to get investment from venture capitalists. Another role is that we support our members to expand into the abroad market, global market. Um, so Also, we are set up DEFI, Digital Economy and Financial Institute. Right now, I have the head of the DEFI. It's the kind of think tank to support the growth of fintech industry, and also we work with FSCK and FSS to help them, kind of the in-between organizations, the market and the government. Sometimes the market and the National Assembly. Also, we make an effort to educate the members of the fintech companies to enhance their capability to understand the financial market, because the many members before they work in area of the IT or digital area, so do not know much about the financial market or particularly financial regulation. So we are focusing on education on that issue, or the contents of it. And also we to provide some the research the materials. We issues by end research material, and also sometimes in English version. And also sorry, we have the another materials, but it doesn't reflect in this. We recently we are to have a kind of committee for the ESG. ESG, do you know ESG? So we have the committee composed of professors and experts in that issue. So we have a regularly meeting on that issue, and also we are helping our members in KorFin to help them to set a kind of the ESG business model. Sometimes in the future, we think the ESG can be a good business model to our members. Briefly, I talk about briefly about the activity of the KorFin FinTech Korea Fintech Association. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Director. That was great to hear about KorFin and DEFI. Much appreciated. And of course, ESG is a very important topic in Australia at the moment as well. And we really appreciate as well that you are presenting in English today. So thank you. Aram Kim from Austrade, would you like to say a few words? Is Aram still there next to you, Director?
Oh, yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Aram, the sound is a bit blurred. Sounds like there's some background noise.
Oh, really? Sorry. Oh, I can introduce myself at the end of the session. I think that's better.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thanks, Aram. So in the meantime, we're going to jump to a CEO of an Australian fintech called EasyPay. James Foster is from EasyPay. They have a growing business in Korea and been active in the market for a number of years. So James, over to you. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Stu. And let me just share my screen, and hopefully that's coming through okay. I won't spend too long, but I'll give everyone an overview of who EasyPay is, how we operate, and then specifically our experience of entering the Korean market, and how we've been, the insights that we've learned over the last few years. We are a payment service provider. We focus specifically on supporting merchants that have an ongoing relationship with their customers. So subscription, recurring, installment, card on file, direct debit. There are many terms for this capability. As you can see here, we are considered a scale-up in the language of startups and fintechs. We were founded in 1996 in Australia. So we've been operating for quite a number of years, but more recently have expanded our business across Asia Pacific. We started out supporting health and fitness as a specific industry vertical, particularly in the Australian, New Zealand markets. That's an industry where there are common recurring direct debit payments. We do support other industry verticals, our largest being health and fitness, education, childcare, and real estate payments. We are a software platform ourselves that is embedded into third-party software providers. So we work as a platform to embed our capabilities into software providers. There's a number of examples here on the screen with gym membership management software platform partners. And through those integrations, we then support a number of brands. Because of our capability, particularly in terms of the markets and the geographies that we're in, we support a large number of multinational brands. They work with us to expand their footprints across the Asia Pacific region. As I mentioned, over the last 5 to 6 years, we've been aggressively expanding outside of Australia and New Zealand. We have 2 main offices, one in Sydney and one in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. And from those 2 locations, we've expanded our presence in Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Thailand, Philippines, Taiwan, and obviously most recently into the South Korean market. So that's, I guess, at a high level. Again, I already mentioned that we're a software platform that works with providers. Our technology is designed to help facilitate the ongoing payments. Again, I should point out here, and I know it's relevant given the audience, we are supporting merchants that operate inside a country to process payments locally, to settle funds locally. So we're not doing any cross-border, we're not doing remittance, we're obviously not doing digital assets or stored value from that perspective. So although we're a multinational business, when we expand into a market, we create a local entity. We work with local banking and acquiring partners to be able to offer local payment methods, working with local banks to settle funds, etc. Which leads me to a little bit of the context and the story behind us entering the South Korean market. I've got a little bit of a time frame here. A number of these are oriented around myself or my team actually being in Korea and spending time in the local market. It initially started back in 2019 with a feasibility assessment. We had a number of existing customers that we were servicing in other markets that had either entered the Korean market or were planning to enter the Korean market and were interested in a service such as ours, so that we saw that there was an opportunity there. Austrade gave us quite a lot of support on the ground at that point in time, and we spent a lot of time talking to a number of the local Korean payment gateways and banks, as well as accounting and legal advisors. Based upon that trip, we established a local entity in Korea. I should point out, and I'll talk about this in terms of insights, that part's the easiest part. It's very easy to set up a branch office in Korea compared to other markets for international firms. Setting up an actual business entity is straightforward in terms of entering Korea. Lots of other things are hard, but establishing a local entity was relatively straightforward. We've partnered with KCP, one of the Korean payment gateway providers, to be able to offer our solution in the Korean market. We went live with that offering in October 2020. Very challenging time for us. Obviously, there was the global pandemic, very strong impact in the health and fitness vertical especially. And so it was a unique and strange, difficult time for us, particularly also at that point in time, we could not travel. And so it prevented myself and my team being able to travel to Korea. Almost as soon as the pandemic allowed travel again in May 2022, my team visited to spend time with our banking partner. We had a number of issues to resolve. There's a bit of an ongoing theme, still continues to be a challenge today. We also then visited March earlier this year. Again, Austrade and Investment New South Wales assisted. I had a number of meetings with KorFin, with Seoul FinTech Lab, with Korea Fintech Centre, as well as a range of others. One of the insights I'll talk about, one of our challenges is that we don't have a permanent full-time employee at this point in time in Korea. And back in October, I was also back in Korea for some in-market customer meetings, some marketing events, and also we still have a number of issues of working with our local provider that still are yet to be resolved. So again, wanted to paint a little bit of the picture of how we entered the market, some of the challenges that we had, some overall insights to share from my perspective in terms of an Australian fintech entering the Korean market. It is very challenging not having a local full-time employee on the ground in Korea that understands, obviously the language and culture is important, but also understanding the ecosystem and the overall market conditions. That being said, as a fintech, we tend to run as lean as possible. And so we've been attempting to find a consultant or an agent or someone that can act on our behalf in the market without being a full-time employee, because we're not yet at scale to justify that expense. Again, it's very challenging to find someone that can act in that capacity, that understands payments, that understands multinational businesses, that can operate in that environment. Goes without saying, I mean, every market, and this is important, I think, in terms of the MOU between FinTech Australia and KorFin, every market from a fintech and particularly payments regulation is unique, and you need to be aware of that uniqueness. And as I said, we're in 8 markets, and so we appreciate every country as being unique. I think it's fair to say that Korea has some extra levels of uniqueness, particularly in terms of the domestic card schemes, the licensing arrangements, the way payment gateways operate. Obviously also just the local payment method penetration of Naver, Kakao, etc., create some challenges in that space. I know there are a number of remittance businesses on the call today. Korea is a challenging market to get money in and out of. Again, we're not a cross-border operator, but obviously we're operating a branch office, just getting our own revenue out of Korea or in reverse, investing into our branch subsidiary is a challenging proposition from that perspective, and it is somewhat unique when we compare it against other markets. And the biggest challenge for us, and to be honest, what I would also say is the biggest opportunity for us is subscription payments are not a standard, are not seen as common in the Korean market as they are in other markets, and particularly health and fitness. So it's an interesting perspective. In Australia and New Zealand, health and fitness from a payments perspective is considered very low risk. There is low forward payment risk. The majority of payments for health and fitness in those markets are fortnightly or monthly at worst. In Korea, as is the case in a number of other Asian markets, the majority of payments for gym memberships are 12-month or 6-month paid up front, paid in full. So there's a lot of forward payment risk. It is considered a high-risk industry as a result. COVID really exacerbated that challenge. There are a number of gym operators that closed their doors, a number of gym members that wanted their money back because they'd paid in advance. And it is, as I said, it's an opportunity for us because our model can solve that problem, but at the same time, we've got to articulate the difference of our approach in terms of engaging with regulators, banking partners, etc. And so I think with all fintechs, we want things to be easy, but hopefully not too easy, because if things are too easy, then someone else would already be doing it from that perspective. And so it is sometimes good to have a little bit of friction, but it's about getting that balance right. I'm mindful of time, Stu, so that's a little bit about EasyPay, our journey in Korea. The last thing that I would say is that we're continuing to invest. We're seeing lots of opportunity in the Korean market. We're now starting to grow 20% month on month at the moment, which is great. And so I'm happy to present further events down the track and share our success with everyone.
Great. Thank you so much, James Foster from EasyPay, and awesome to have that learned experience from Australian business doing business in Korea. Thank you very much. I would like now to introduce our second presenter from an Australian business standpoint, and this is Subi M, who is a senior sales manager at Novati in the cross-border payments team. Subi, thank you so much.
Okay, I hope you are able to see my screen now.
Yes, we are. And so we have about 5 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Just give me a bell actually when it's 4:55.
I will do. Thank you.
All righty. So I'll basically introduce you to Novati as a mission. Sorry. Novati, the mission statement over here is that we enable business to pay and to be paid from any device, anywhere. And as you could see, the range of businesses that we serve is right from a corner store startup to all global organization. In terms of the presence, Novati is present across 5 different markets, but has partnerships with over 58 countries. We listed in Australian Stock Exchange in 2016 and now currently stand at close to 200 odd employees. We have licenses to offer money transfer in multiple jurisdictions, including Australia and New Zealand. And we are now right now working on acquiring a license in UK as well. In terms of the kind of verticals or businesses we serve, we have acquiring business. We have a license from Visa and MasterCard to offer acquiring solutions here in Australia. Likewise, we also do issuing business. That's one of our cornerstone business. And the business which I represent, which is the cross-border payment. Besides these 3 core verticals, we also have another business in terms of automation and in terms of alternate payment, doing something which is very niche to our business, which is China payment, which I'll talk in the subsequent slide. Last but not the least, we have got a restricted banking license, which is currently underway in terms of bringing it into the market and getting it into full business. Moving on to cross-border payment. So with regards to the cross-border payment, Novati actually serves different business segments and different business categories. We serve not only B2B payments, which is typically your vanilla importer and exporter payments, but we also serve different other categories, which includes money service businesses, e-commerce merchants, or online education provider. We have a platform where you could pay or get paid in 35 plus odd currencies without having the hassle to open a bank account. And probably in the fintech industry, most of the people are well across that kind of an offering. We also have what we call an affiliate program, and this might be most relevant to the audience over here. We already have partnerships with some of the Korean companies. And at the beginning, we were talking to Sam as well from HandPass, where we are already in the process of getting them to live. But interestingly, we have a lot of money service businesses which we serve, which comprises from different parts of the world. The latest been InPay, which is fast growing payment service provider based out of the European region. What we do in the cross-border affiliate program is that we facilitate pay in and pay out in Australia and New Zealand. The pricing which we offer is very, very competitive, both in terms of pay in and pay out, and at the same time being able to settle the funds cross-border. What we also do is that we have our remittance network provider license in Australia and a remittance license in New Zealand, which we are able to leverage on, where we are able to assist with other money service providers who are looking to enter, specifically the global one, which are looking to enter into Australia and New Zealand market. Moving on, as I was mentioning in the beginning of the presentation, there is a niche product called China payments. This is specifically catered towards the Chinese diaspora who are there in Australia and have needs in terms of either paying for the rentals, paying for student loans, student fees, and things like that. We are integrated with UnionPay, Alipay, and WeChat. We have also now integrated with Alipay Plus. What it does is that it now gives us an opportunity to pay, using the wallets which is there in the South East Asian market. In similar lines, we have another product called Novati Bill Pay, and this might be something which might interest the audience over here, wherein we are now able to use already the rails which we have built in and serve more and more diaspora in multiple currencies. What it does is that it basically helps international students or migrants coming into the country to use our rails to make payments. On your right hand side of the screen, you are able to see the kind of currencies which we support there. And obviously the South Korean won sits there. Because of the limitation of time, I'm not going to go into details of it, but simply put, we send a link which then the customer uses, and then we are able to make that payment across to 25,000 odd BPay customers and 3,000 plus odd school. Last but not the least, sorry, it brings to the end of the presentation, Stuart. I think hopefully I have completed my presentation within the time frame.
That was right on time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Subi. Much appreciated. And a call to action for all of the listeners on the call. If you need cross-border payments capability, please do feel free to get in touch with Novati and Subi and the team. Very good. Well, that goes through the Australian companies that we have, but I think for 1 or 2 minutes, we'll hear from Arum Kim from the Australian Trade and Investment Commission based in Seoul, and then we will go into the Korean fintech businesses. So Arum, can you hear us at the moment?
Thank you, Chairman Stuart Ken. We are here, the Arum Kim. Probably you can see the face right, the screen. So Arum Kim, can you?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Shin, John Yusin. My name is Arum Kim from Australia Seoul, and our Australia Seoul team is taking care of. I'm taking care of the digital technology sector, including fintech. So for Korean companies, if you have any inquiries on Australian fintech sector, fintech market, and if you want to have a collaboration cases with Australian companies, then I can help you to match right partners together with Stuart from FinTech Australia. And for Australian companies, I can help you to enter the Korean market. So if you have any questions towards Korea and Australia, then I'm here to respond to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Arum. And Yushin Jung, now we will go to Mr. Hong from Faceify. Would you like to introduce, or Mr. Hong, feel free to go.
Okay,
Sure.
we have, we have 3 Korean fintech companies here. One, Dongpyo Hong is kind of chairman and representing, the KorFin in terms of global the corporation and global companies. He is also the CEO of FaceP APAC. FaceP probably you can understand, right? The face recognition by use of the AI as a first company, and then another insurtech company by use of it also the AI. And third one is the Hampass. Probably I think the business model is the same. The Australian 2 companies, right? 2 Australian companies. What is payment and then transfer business model. First of all, we start from FaceP, the companies. Dongpyo Hong, CEO of FaceP. Can you start?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Zhang. So I'm very glad to introduce our company, FaceP APAC. So can you hear me well? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm sorry, can you hear me well?
Yes, we can. Yes.
Okay, so okay. Okay, let me introduce the PSP APEC, the company, which is very famous for eKYC solution. Let me just briefly explain about eKYC trend in Korea. Then let me move to company introduction and solution and user cases. Just due to rapid arrival of eKYC error due to COVID-19, so many banks try to minimize the offline banking, which means that online banking should be increased by the COVID-19. So in Korea, for example, in 2020, there are 6,600 branches, but 3 years later, just like under the 6,000 branches. I think this kind of trend will be same in Australia because that is kind of trend after COVID-19. And let's move to let me explain about the I'm sorry. Let me explain about the issue of current solution like video call or bank account transfer. These existing two solutions requires the high cost and then low accuracy. So the banking system and banking solution come to need to a new solution for safer and then comparatively easy and low cost solution. And then so that is why our new eKYC with facial recognition is coming to us in Korea and in global. Why new eKYC with facial recognition? First one, accuracy. Second one, simple process within 46 seconds. And then 24/7 supported wherever they are and whenever they are. And then no hardware dependency, only software algorithm. So that is one of the trends to use facial recognition for eKYC in global. Then let's move to our Korean company, PSP APEC Solution. Actually, our global headquarters is in Spain, Alicante. And then PSP APEC was founded 4 years ago, 2019. And we have two key solutions, facial recognition, which called selfie, and another one, eKYC solution, digital onboarding solution, self-ID. So, and then PSP APAC is located in Pangyo. That is ASEAN headquarters now. Our key achievements, we are covering all the global customer. So we have 250 clients over the 25 countries. And we have 300 million users. Let's move to our facial recognition technology. Why our solution is so strong? We captured more than 1,000 the picture vector of the face. So which includes, the 99.998 success rate. Very high success rate with very light pattern, and then that will be available on mobile, desktop, kiosk, and ATM as well. The other one is passive liveness. That is for detection. Someone who try use fake picture, moving clip, and 3D mask. So PSP APEC already got certification from US government, ISO certification that is level 2 in Korea. So we are just the only company who has level 2 certification in Korea. So we have three major solutions: eKYC solution, self-ID, and then facial recognition solution, selfie. Then last one is digital identity platform for platform. So let's just show the self-ID just demo very quickly. The user required to use their ID, password, or the driving license, very quick, auto scan, then showing the face, real-time face. It is 46-second process to identify with the liveness detection test as well. So you can see he is approved with the live test as well. So very short and very strong, and then very easy UI and UX. The other one is selfie, our facial recognition solution for login or authentication. So for registration, putting the name and then PIN code, it is only one-time process, one-time registration for the bank or financial entity. And then during the login or just sending money and transferring the money, then they can use it, this one. Very safe, and then easy to access, and then easy UI. Last one is platform. So this platform allows you to create the real-time dashboard control. So for example, we can provide video assistant or dashboard with most important KPI, how many users trying to this process, or how accurate the processing rate. And then we can also check the management of blacklist. So if the entity like bank, they don't want to permit someone to approve, then our system can support the blacklist people so that they can just deny and reject the people to be registered. Also, we have the management of flow for online customization in real time, as you can see. So let's move to use case very quick. Actually, we are covering all the industry sector from mobile banking, ATM kiosk, health, and just education, telco, and the stadium, and smart city, including like easy pay. Just a kind of payment, or like Novati, cross-border payment. We can cover the whole kind of eKYC for whole industry global. So the Daegu Bank, we just deployed our solution into Daegu Bank. Daegu Bank is one of just representative of the bank, very innovative, and then very aggressive for new technology. So we just deployed a first bank in Korea. And security company, like stock company. So we just deployed so many the client for eKYC. So being asset, very representative stock firm in Korea. Let me show you very quick regarding the ATM with our solution. So this shows the if someone just register his face or her face only one time, and then they can go everywhere, kiosk and an ATM, without using password or without bringing their credit card, just by showing his face, then no password and no ID card, only and then just withdraw or transfer all the money. So very quick and very simple and very safe. And then the other industry is cryptocurrency. We just deployed our solution into cryptocurrency in Korea first time. And then hospital. So we just firstly deployed our solution into the kiosk in the hospital to replace the patient card, or just waiting. Wasting the time to standing online and then just bring the patient card. There is no need anymore. Just showing the face and then done. So that is a first case in the hospital in Korea. And as well, smart city, we deployed first time to the Korean market, smart city. So in Korea, there are 17 big district, like Jeju Island or Gyeonggi or Seoul City. So Jeju City is very famous for smart city. So we have been working with government in Jeju Island. So we provide our EKY solution to their Jeju Island smart city project. So, and the last one, we have many certifications from global. So I can say there is nothing to be required more. So we have all the certification and including patent in Korea. So let me highlight just five things. We have many use cases, as you can see, top tier in the global. And then we have proven technology, and then we only focus facial recognition and only KYC. We do not just develop, or we do not focus any other technology. And 100% our technology. And then any device with camera will be available with our technology. Even just small, kiosk or laptop or smartphone, whatever. And then last one, easy UI UX. So thank you for listening. And then we are very open to discuss the possible collaboration as a partner or as a client or as a, supporters. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dong Pyo-hong, the CEO of KSP. He's very, very busy, but he really want to stand in this place because have a kind of possibility of having business chance with you, still a partner. As a CEO, here focusing on the face recognition technology. I think cross-border payment transfer increase. I think that you need a much safer method. So bigger, probably I think if you feel those kind of things, try to have some business chance with Dong Pyo-hong, CEO of Facebook. Thank you very much. And also we have another the presenters here. Jong-Yun Lim, that he is the CEO of AIMS. AIMS, the InsurTech by use of AI, very unique business model. Please, Jong-Yun Lim.
Yep.
Okay, you introduce.
Okay.
Okay. The John over there.
Yep.
Okay, please give a presentation for your company's business model.
Yes. Okay. Yep. Can you see the screen?
Yes, it looks great.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Thank you for this opportunity to introduce our company in this webinar. My name is John Lee. I'm the CTO of InsurTech startup AIMS. AIMS was founded in 2017. Since then, we are developing technologies and services for insurance companies. We deliver our services to Korea's leading insurance companies, such as Samsung Fire Marine, Hyundai Marine and Fire, Hana Life and General Insurance. Also, we actively collaborate with digital insurers such as Carrot Insurance, Kakao Pay Insurance, to develop innovative services. We provide our solutions and services for claim process automation. Our services include digitizing insurance policy terms, data capturing from claim documents, and digital claim adjustment services. Korean insurance market industry is facing a significant turning point. The market is mature. Korea is entering into a super age society. Also, on the provider side, the advancement in AI is triggering accelerating the digital transformation. So the InsurTech is the key initiative to break through these challenges. Well, many people have insurance coverages, but they do not really know much about what they hold. However, where the customer's interest in insurance extremely grows when they file a claim, often during an accident or a crisis. So the claim process becomes a defining moment for the customers where they truly engage with insurance as a service. In order to provide an efficient and flawless claim process, the insurers should be equipped with well-established, well-maintained system and quality data. So, and we provide a solution for this complicated task. Digitalizing claim process means that you have the coverage conditions in the system and well-structured data to feed into the system. And by using these rules and data, we can provide a streamlined claim process. So we developed the policy digitizing service technology using RPA and text mining. We capture data from the documents with OCR and computer visions. And by combining these two base technologies, we provide an API-based claim adjustment service. So last September, we launched our Korea's first instant claim settlement service with Kakao Pay Insurance. So let me introduce a little bit more in detail about our services. The claim process starts with the insurance policies. When first a claim is filed, the system or the claim adjuster should first figure out what the policyholder's coverage. The insurance terms and policies are written in 300 to 1,500 pages. And for the system to process this policy, someone has to put this huge amount of data into the system, not just typing in, but also interpret them at the same time. And there's a lot of margin of error when doing this work manually. So we developed a system to read and extract data, the claim conditions from the document, and refine them into a structured data so that it can be put into insurer's backbone system. So this is a sample of the insurance terms, the actual insurance policies. Many of the policies look similar. And you see there's a lot of information in these documents. Uses a lot of jargons, stiff and complicated sentences. So we break down this the information in the documents and convert them into codes and numbers so that the system can understand what it means. So this is a sample of the output. We deliver this output to insurance companies, and they put this into their backbone system. So once the policy is digitized, you need a structured data to fit into the system so you can process a claim automatically. So these are the samples of the claim documents. They are medical receipts, and the policyholders submit this as electronic forms or photos, and even sometimes as a hard copy. And there are many different types of these documents, and they're often in very low quality. So they're often shadowed, distorted. So OCR is not the only solution for this to process these images. So we developed a system to extract data from these claim documents. We use computer vision, OCR, and data analytics. So we first normalize the images and extract data. And we also have a quality assurance team to check up this extracted data and refine standardized data. And these become materials for claim automation. And this is a sample of the system flow of digital claim process. This shows how the insurance backbone system integrates with our system. As you can see, the insurance backbone system is very complicated. They have huge amount of data. They need to manage this huge databases and rules to operate and monitor the whole claim process. And by entrusting the tech-intensive work to insure tech startups, they can manage and operate their system more efficiently. By leveraging insurtech startups, the insurance companies can also save operation costs, gaining the competitive edge for their business. This is one of our clients analyze the financial impact when utilizing our digital claim service. This chart shows that they can save up to $5 million over the 5 years. And they're a fairly new player in the field, so the effects will grow larger as the company grows. So since under the financial regulatory sandbox, we are currently working with this client to build our digital claim service process into their core system. So we believe we can automate about 80% of the claim cases, and for the rest of the 20%, it still needs to be reviewed by human. By automating the cases which can be automated, we can make a room for the traditional claim adjusters to focus on the cases which really need to be checked up by human. So we believe insurtech startups are not just the disruptors, but also we are contributors to build sustainable ecosystem in the insurance industry. Thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, let me know in the later Q&A session. Thank you.
Thank you, Jung Lee. Is the CTO of the AIMS. The AIMS is the one of the very promising company as selected by FinTech Korea and the FSCK as the 10 promising companies in area of the FinTech Korea Fintech KFintech 10. Today's three companies. FaceP is already the very large company, and AIMS and the Hampass as a KFintech company selected by FinTech Korea and the FSC Korea. So as you see, the insurance industry needs digitization, particularly if it is digitized by AI as a much a better business model in terms of this area, digitization of the process of insurance, and also the educating people working for the insurance, and also link the client and the insurance company. So I think it's pretty promising area. So if you have some interest in that, please communicate with the AIMS. Next presenter, the Dong-Yeon Kim. Probably think he's the CTO, CMO of Hampass. whose business model is pretty similar with two very promising Australian companies, right? Dong Kim.
Yes, hello.
Okay, Lucas Kim, please
Yes.
give a presentation about your business model.
All right, let me just share our screen. Just give a second. Right, can you guys see a screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Sure. All right. So before I start, I would just like to give a very brief introductions of our company. As there may be some of you who are not really familiar with Hampus. So Hampus is a remittance service that facilitates the transfer funds from one location to another, just typically across borders, specializing in providing a convenient and efficient platform. Hampus allows users to send and receive funds securely with a focus on user-friendly interfaces and competitive rates. Hampus aims to simplify the remittance process for both individual and businesses, making it an accessible solution for those seeking to transfer money internationally. The service likely leverages technologies to streamline transactions, ensuring swift and reliable money transfers for its users. Here's just an overview of our company. Hampus was founded and subsequently obtained a license for small sum foreign exchange remittance license. The company received recognition through the Global Financial Awards in 2018. Following this, Hampus launched the mobile applications for overseas remittance services and was nominated for the Small Sum Foreign Remittance FinTech Support project by the Council of Seoul. So here is some companies or services currently partnering with Hampus. Currently, Hampus is in the process of establishing partnerships with local companies in various countries beyond this. So in an unfamiliar environment, we believe we can achieve success through its platform, offering services in remittance, payments or card services, account management, telecom solutions, and even transportation in the most convenient way. So our commitment extends beyond the literal sense of unbanked to encompass individuals such as foreigners, tourists, or international students. So Hampus not only provides traditional financial services, but also essential digital banking services for everyone through a comprehensive banking platform and a versatile super app. So this section is just highlighting the fact that Hampus has introduced existing pre-funding and pooling methods, just showcasing distinctions from traditional banking systems that used the SWIFT network. Okay. So the Hampus also provides a comprehensive global financial payment services, catering to various segments, including foreign workers, visitors to Korea, overseas Koreans, international students, and domestic travelers. The service encompasses QR and physical card payments, as well as utility bill payments. Additionally, Hampus facilitates QR code payments for over 23 million merchants across 15 countries, and domestic BC card payments at over 2.5 million merchants nationwide. The platform also supports global MasterCard merchants payment, offers prepaid card with transportation card functionality. So it's a page in the context of business expansions planning. Our focus lies in establishing a global financial platform that offers international remittance and payment services. So we aim to capitalize on the growing trend of contactless financial transactions
We ensure easy customer accessibility while maintaining cost effectiveness. Also, our strategy involves diversifying really financial services through business flexibility, providing essential personal finance and convenient services is seamlessly integrated into a single app. I believe this approach aims to offer an easy and accessible payment method, facilitating convenient transactions. So under the category of personal finance, offering include a P2P loan service, personal loans with specialized asset collateral, affiliate insurance services, domestic international bill payments, administrative and citizen services, tax refunds, or shopping gift-related service through e-commerce platforms. So additionally, our platform extends to cover the transportation telecommunication services to further enhance the range of offerings for our users. So Hampet's core competency lies in advanced technology and distinctive features, positioning itself as a leader in the industry. The company emphasizes a user-centric approach, prioritizing personalized services over product-centric strategies. So through strategic partner alliances, Hampes offers the unique advantage of providing free remittance services. Furthermore, the company delivers a comprehensive full banking platform, seamlessly integrated into a singular applications, enhancing user convenience and accessibility. So overall, Hampes is not really confined to Korea alone. So we are also strongly committed to expanding our presence internationally. This expansion includes some countries like Australia, the United States, the UK, Vietnam, Japan. So in case of Australia, we're currently in the process of fulfilling the necessary procedures for Austrac registrations. And we anticipate being the first to open our services among these other countries. I think we believe that our international expansions will further solidify Hampet's position as a leading player in the fintech industry, allowing us to bring the benefits of our innovative solutions to a wider range of users around the world. Hampes is just more than a financial solutions. It is actually a catalyst for a change by seamlessly integrating payment gateway services, B2B, B2C transactions, and even P2P remittance on a global scale. So Hampes, we try to revolutionize ourselves, the way we perceive and engage in financial transactions. Thank you. And now I would like to invite Sam, our head of partnership in Australia, to briefly share Hampet's vision and plans in Australia.
Thank
Hi
you, Dr.
guys.
Kim. Thank you. And that's all, from a Korean side. Okay, thank you, Chair Mr. Ken.
You, Shinjong, we just have Sam, would you like to say a couple of words just for a few minutes?
Just a quick brief overview of what we've been doing, because we spent a bit of time trying to develop our Australian app for basically we want to have Australia as our first overseas business from Hampes. So we're in process of getting ourselves registered. Basically, I mean we've got our entity set up in Australia as a Hampes Global Pty Ltd, and we've submitted our registration with Austrac a couple of months ago. So hopefully we'll get ourselves registered by January. And yeah, I'm just in Korea at the moment, just testing our app with our development team here in Korea, and I'm also in a process with discussing with our customer service team and the operations team how we'll be handling the customers, and we'll be doing a bit of internal training to make sure that we serve the customers from Australia more appropriately, because you know, they'll be using different banks. They won't be using, you know, Hana Bank. They won't be using, you know, Uri Bank or anything like that from Australia. It'll be mainly Westpac, you know, and Commonwealth Bank, so and so. So I'm here to just give them a bit of an overview of like the Australian, I mean, the CS team overview of what sort of situations that they're going to fall into, and we're sort of like making sure that what sort of a operations will be delegated to Australian team and Korean team, so and so. So initially we'll be launching with we're expecting to launch our service in Australia with our app in the first quarter of 2024. Again, Subi and I had a quick chat that our Australian partner will be a Novati, who will be helping us to integrate on the payment gateway in the Australian side of it. And we will be only launching for destinations like Korea, Vietnam, Philippines, Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, India, and Thailand, and China, which is like 9 countries to start off with. We just don't want to overwhelm ourselves with like trying to open with like, you know, too many countries. So we are in process of negotiating with our MTOs to settle our contract with them to make sure that they can service us, because, you know, we'll be doing our transfers with the local arms there. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, what we are thinking. But obviously, once our business gets more established, after maybe a couple of months, and maybe after maybe a end of financial 2022, 2023 and 2024, then we may expand more by opening up for, you know, offering more services for different countries. And then if that goes all well and nice, then yeah, we maybe even try to expand, have our arm in different countries, like could be Japan, could be Vietnam, could be, you know, some other country. But like Australia is on our top of list to get done. So once that's done, yeah, I think it'll be rock and roll from there.
Very good to hear, Sam. Thank you very much. And Lucas, thank you very much for your presentation as well. So we are a little bit over time, but I wanted to say from FinTech Australia, a really big thanks to everyone for participating today. It has been awesome. And KorFin, we very much look forward to collaborating with you. Mr. Yu Shin-jung, did you have any final comments?
Okay, thank you very much. I realize, you know, the head of, you know, the Australian the branch of, you know, the HAMPAS, Mr. Jung. We hear, you know, from a Korean side, you know, the HAMPAS preparing for, you know, the listing company in Costa, probably in the near future. So I really hope, you know, that Australian branch business model help, you know, the HAMPAS to list in the Costa. And also I hope Chairman Mr. Kim and we have you know, the chance opportunity to you know, to have a much deeper cooperation in between two countries, between the two you know, the FinTech the association. We have you know, the AFA, Asia FinTech Alliance, among you know, the 10 countries. I really hope, you know, we have a bilateral, you know, the cooperation between Australia and Korea. Thank you very much. And we expect you know, the second webinar between Australia and Korea FinTech Association in the near future. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.